Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Thanks to you all for coming to this screening of Talish. This is Ali Sattar, the director of the film, and I am Fahim Azam, the writer of the film. And इससे आगे आपने क्या कहना था बताइए?
जी जी बस मैं शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहता था आप सबका कि आप लोग आए टाइम निकाल के एंड लेट्स जस्ट स्टार्ट द प्रोसेस आई थिंक
Yeah, and बाद में बातचीत होगी इसके बारे में.
So, just a little disclaimer, it's a 45-minute film, so bear with us, enjoy the film, and there is a Q&A session after the film. And please, if you could turn your phones on silent.
Including mine.
Yes, that would be great, and enjoy the film.
Thank you. I will, assuming that we have a question about how the story came into being, then maybe within that you'll get a picture of how things were and how it unfolded. We were working on scripts, we were thinking of stories, things that we can make into such films and a series of such films. Talish was something that came to me on the basis of a few inspirations and a few ideological, my own things that I believe in. One of which is primarily being some people are able to live a lifetime in a moment, and some people do not get to have one moment in a lifetime. So that was sort of the essence of the plot, the story that I was thinking of. Now, to answer your question, I'll just very briefly address it. Talish was stuck in the center of a desert, kidnapped. He didn't know how he got there, and the basis, it felt like he was kidnapped by his partner, but we never figured that out. But before he reaches his home, he has to go through this journey of becoming the person that we eventually get to see. So, I mean, I'd open the hall to questions from Ali and myself. So,
any questions? And
Ali,
first of
would you
all,
like to comment, please?
so basically, like Fahim said, we wanted to make a couple of stories that, feel like more questions are being asked rather than, making a point to describe everything. And I grew up watching shows like Twilight Zone, and, I wanted to have a story that sort of creates a mystery and makes you think that how a person could suffer so much and yet do not get any sort of redemption. There is no redemption from him, and that journey that he has to go through of breaking a person that apparently has this God complex, and he's openly threatening people with their lives. He has a disturbed relationship with his wife. The wife is about to leave him, and then he gets kidnapped. So this was something that was really appealing for me, that not every character gets to redeem himself. And that was something that I wanted to see and showcase, that, the point, his breaking point, comes every time you see him struggling, trying to get out of the chair and the desert. And it's sort of a metaphor for a person that some people, are stuck in that reversible loop. So yeah, and in terms of, how it came to be. Fahim has already talked about it. So if you have any questions, any comments, and this is, by the way, the first screening, public screening in Islamabad. Isse pehle the film went to Berlin. It won Best Jury Award over there. Then it went to Istanbul, won Best Film. Went to Karachi, Lahore, and now this is the first time in Islamabad. And there are lots of friends and family over here, so it's great to see you all here to come and support the film. Thank you so much for that. Yeah. So
I'd really like to thank Zahid Ahmed for
Yes,
all
of
of
course,
this.
of
Zahid
course.
was the
the primary force.
the primary person who brought us together
yes,
and
definitely.
planned and thought of all of this.
Yes.
Not just as an actor, like he was behind this. We never knew he was going to be acting in our first, and it's just that we can easily say that it was his brainchild which brought us all
Yes,
together.
yes, definitely.
And we hope to see more of him, and we hope to
yeah, and it was fun making him suffer like that.
Yeah.
So, you get to see a different face of Zahid in television, and over here he gave it his all. He actually broke down in a couple of scenes where he actually went to that place emotionally.
Yeah.
You were there, you witnessed it.
Yeah.
And it's very rare to see an actor of his caliber break down in front of the whole crew.
इतना वो सीन में नहीं रोया है जितना वो सीन के बाद हुआ है.
yeah, so it was his dedication to the project and his craft as an actor that speaks volume, because technically it's a one-man film. So kudos.
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
questions please. Thank you.
सबसे पहले तो आप दोनों का शुक्रिया, फ़हीम और अली सज्जाद. ये बिल्कुल ऐसा ही है जैसे आप किसी राइटर की बुक उसके हाथ से लेते हैं. तो फर्स्ट टाइम स्क्रीनिंग में मैं इधर मौजूद हूँ, तो बिल्कुल मतलब जिन्होंने बनाई है, लिखी है, उनमें मौजूद होकर देखा है, तो इट इज़ वेरी इनकरेजिंग और बहुत मतलब अच्छा लगा. अभी मैंने रिसेंटली अपना थीसिस सबमिट किया है अल्केमिस्ट पालो कोएल्हो पे, और उस पर मैंने एक माइकल हार्डी की थ्योरी लगाई है. तो मैं उस पर्सपेक्टिव से फिल्म को देख रहा था. तो 2-4 बातें आपसे शेयर करके आखिर में एक क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ. ये कि इस फिल्म से जो टेक अवे है वो ये है कि बेसिक ह्यूमन नीड्स जो हैं और जो लॉज ऑफ द नेचर हैं वो कभी चेंज नहीं होते, हमें उनके हिसाब से एडजस्ट करना पड़ता है. तो जिस तरह के सर लुधियानवी ने कहा है कि मुफलिसी हिस्से लताफत को मिटा देती है, भूख आदाब के सांचों में नहीं ढल सकती. तो आप जितनी भी अच्छी कंडीशन में हैं, बेसिक ह्यूमन नीड्स वहीं पे रहती हैं. तो इसमें आपने एक सीन में दिखाया कि वो अच्छे हालत में ऑफिस में और पानी पी रहा है, और वहीं पे एक और कंडीशन है जिसमें वो पानी मांग रहा है. तो ये इट इज़ वेरी इंटेलिजेंट ऑफ यू, या बीइंग वेरी क्लेवर, कि मीन्स बहुत ज़बरदस्त आपने एनालॉजी ड्रा की है कि वहाँ पे वो जो पी रहा है वहाँ पे वही चीज़ उसकी अभी ज़रूरत बनी हुई है. और फिर एक और स्टेज पे ये वैसे शायद मैं थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा क्रिटिकल हो गया हूँ, लेकिन ये कि जब वो कुत्ता नज़र आया तो मैंने समझा ये एक मेल डॉग है, लेकिन उसकी वाइफ ने जो उसके साथ किया और फिर वो एक फीमेल डॉग थी, तो द बिच कॉन्सेप्ट जो है ना वो मतलब कि मैं ज़्यादा क्रिटिकल हो गया हूँ. लेकिन अगर ये आपके ज़हन में था तो इट इज़ वेरी मतलब
शायर ने भी इतना नहीं सोचा जितनी आपने तशरीह कर दी.
उसके बाद जो इसका डीजा वू का कॉन्सेप्ट है, समटाइम्स वी परसीव कि ये हुआ है और वो प्रैक्टिकली हुआ होता है, नहीं हुआ होता. तो ये कॉन्सेप्ट भी आपकी इस मूवी के अंदर बिल्कुल जिस तरह पास्ट और फ्यूचर में आपने किया है कन्वे. तो और एंड में वो जो फैमिली आपस में कनेक्ट होती है और फिर उनसे एक फ़ीमेल आती है. तो मैंने एक फ़िल्म देखी थी जिसमें एक बच्चा है जिसके आसपास फिल्म घूम रही है, लेकिन बच्चा एंड पे मर जाता है. इसका मतलब कि फ्यूचर ख़त्म कर दिया उस राइटर ने, कि यही फ्यूचर था और ख़त्म कर दिया. लेकिन आपने उनमें से जो एक अनबॉर्न चाइल्ड फिर बॉर्न होता है और वो एक फ़ीमेल है और फिर वो आगे मज़ीद कंसीव करेगी, और सो इट्स गुड कि मतलब फ्यूचर है और चल रहा है. तो अगर ये पानी वाला और बिच वाला कॉन्सेप्ट, ये अगर मैंने वो क्रिटिकल सोचा है या ऐसा ही है, ये थोड़ा सा बता दीजिए प्लीज़. थैंक यू वेरी मच.
थैंक यू. आई थिंक जो कुत्ते और मतलब कुतिया वाला, एक तो गाली साउंड करता है समहाउ, उर्दू में यही लफ्ज़ है माजरत के साथ. सो वो आई थिंक इट्स थिंकिंग टू मच इनटू इट. बट वाटर वी हैड थॉट ऑफ हाउ water will be used in it. Like it's a hook for us in every scene. Somehow, when I write water becomes this prime. I wrote this play called Dinner with an Idiot. Usme bhi the like water not being able to have that glass of water right in front of you became a consistently like a running thing in the story. So somehow it just appeals to me a lot when water is here and it's not. और वो एक प्यास को, एक थर्स्ट को, और एक डिज़ायर को, और एक जिसे कहते हैं ना एक हेल्पलेसनेस की इंटेंसिटी को बहुत ऊपर ले जाती है. सो या दैट वाज अ वेरी वेल, दैट वाज क्वाइट थॉट आउट कॉन्सेप्ट दैट वी हैड इंट्रोड्यूस्ड. सो ये यही पूछा था आपने. थैंक यू.
Yeah, and regarding the water, because it's such a basic need, ठीक है, it's also trying to evoke that need inside the viewers. So if any of you felt कि आपका गला सूख रहा है या प्यास लग रही है, तो that was very intentional because we wanted to have a visceral reaction from the audience that the character is yeah, it's feeling, and it's that need is not being fulfilled consistently. So yeah, that was a well thought out process. As for the dog is concerned, I think that speaks for his inner turmoil to save himself, and he sort of sees himself, and that's the first time he apologizes to the dog that I'm sorry. And this is a man who wouldn't apologize to anyone. So when he sees a helpless creature who's wounded, who is definitely weakened, and in the middle of a desert, इतने बड़े सहरा में, तो उस हेल्पलेस जानदार में उसको अपना कुछ नज़र आता है, जिसकी वजह से उसकी जो वो एक तकलीफ़ का कथारसिस है वो थोड़ा सा वहाँ पे वो करता है एज अ कैरेक्टर.
कोई और होता तो उसको तिक्के नज़र आ रहे होते उसमें, बट you know that's how the person became the person that we later saw. Ji.
To
Yeah.
Is this working? I'd like to comment that I really liked how the character develops, because in the beginning he's hardcore, just as you said, he's hardcore and he's threatening others. But then when he sees that dog and then he sees that he has a little bit water left, he still has the humanity to share that water with the dog, even though he's not sure if he was going to die or live.
Yeah, that's the idea. I mean, आपका comment ही है. It's not a question, but yeah, I mean, when we see characters, when we see people, sometimes there's this intricacy of a person that we tend to ignore. We don't understand on what level a person can become selfless and how much one can become selfless. And I think when a person breaks, it's like क्या कहते हैं वो, एक journey of complete revolution आपके अंदर आ जाता है. So when all of the cells have died and new cells are emerging, you can find a new person in your own self, which you would have never thought that it could become that. So yeah, I mean that's an observation. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Sure. Mic है आपके पास? ओके, इनके पास है, उधर भी ले जाइएगा, वो बीच में से बेचारे स्किप हो गए.
हेलो एवरीवन. एक तो आई जस्ट लाइक टू थैंक द होल स्टाफ ऑफ ब्लैक होल. मतलब ये मेरे लिए पहले एक्सपीरियंस. आई एम फ्रॉम अ वेरी स्मॉल सिटी, खानेवाल. मोस्ट ऑफ यू वुड नॉट हैव इवन हर्ड ऑफ इट. हमें जब बताना होता है हम खानेवाल से, तो हम कहते हैं मुल्तान के साथ एक शहर है. तो ये इस तरह के इदारे रिक्वेस्ट है ब्लैक होल की टीम से. इफ़ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, हूद भाई साहब की वाइफ भी बैठी हैं यहाँ हमारे दरमियान, तो हूद भाई साहब से भी मिलने का शौक़ था, वो खैर पूरा नहीं हो सका आज. तो रिक्वेस्ट है कि कुछ ऐसे इदारे, कुछ ऐसी चीज़ें कोई हमारे छोटे शहरों में भी प्लीज़ ओपन कीजिए. ऐसे स्पेसेस की बहुत ज़रूरत है वहाँ. ये जो आपके साथ बिल्डिंग है ना बिल्कुल सामने, वो वैसी बहुत है वहाँ, लेकिन ये ऐसी नहीं है वहाँ पर. तो आप समझ रहे हैं मैं क्या हिंट कर रहा हूँ. और मसले का हल तभी होगा आई गेस, सॉरी ये कमेंट्री शुरू हो गई है, लेकिन हल आई गेस तभी होगा जब उधर के लोग यहाँ आएंगे और हम वहाँ जाएंगे, तो हार्मनी क्रिएट होगी, अंडरस्टैंडिंग होगी. खैर, कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस ऑन क्रिएटिंग सच अ ग्रेट फिल्म. एक तो ये रिक्वेस्ट है कि हम ऐसा वर्क क्यों नहीं देख पाते. लाइक इफ़ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, 2023 में आप लोगों ने मेंशन किया आपको ये अवार्ड मिला है, तो ये 2025 चल रहा है और अभी तक मैंने नहीं, आई एम रियली अशेम्ड टू से, आई एम ए सिनेफाइल, और मैंने अभी तक ऐसी अच्छी मूवी नहीं देखी. तो कहाँ हम आपका वर्क फाइंड कर सकते हैं. एंड सेकेंडली सर, फ़हीम साहब आपसे सर सवाल, आई एम ऑल्सो अ बडिंग राइटर, सो आई वांटेड टू नो कि आपका क्या प्रोसेस है राइटिंग का, आप कौन सी इंस्पिरेशंस हैं, क्या इन्फ्लुएंसेस हैं आपके.
इन्फ्लुएंसेस मैं बता देता हूँ पहले. सर बताएं, फिल्में ऐसी क्यों नहीं नज़र आ रही पाकिस्तान में है? इसका जवाब रोज़े रोशन की तरह आया है, लेकिन फिर भी लेट्स ट्राई.
If I may, and I'll be very honest, because there are a lot of people from the industry here as we speak. They are fellow producers, actors, production designers, art directors, DOPs, जो इस audience में मौजूद हैं, and some people from advertising also. So the thing is, इस तरह की फिल्में इसलिए इन्वेस्ट नहीं करते इन्वेस्टर्स बिकॉज दे आर लुकिंग फॉर अ वेरी क्विक रिटर्न ऑफ हाउ यू फंड द फिल्म और उसके पैसे कब पूरे होंगे, ठीक है. अपार्ट फ्रॉम द आर्ट and the technical aspect of it, cinema is it's a financial medium. You know, you cannot ignore कि पैसे के बगैर आप फिल्में obviously बना सकते हैं, पूरी दुनिया में बनती हैं छोटी फिल्में, ठीक है, लेकिन उनको डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना, उनको ऑडियंस तक पहुंचाना, वो एक पूरी इंडस्ट्री है, उनको मार्केट करना, एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट रिक्वायर्स अ लॉट ऑफ मनी, स्पेशली इन पाकिस्तान जहाँ पे सिनेमा स्क्रीन्स बंद हो रही हैं, ठीक है, कोविड के बाद और नुकसान हुआ है. So it's very, very challenging for financiers to put trust, especially in new filmmakers, with unconventional stories, with unconventional casting. You know, over here we got lucky, the producer and the actor is the same and he gave it his all. लेकिन industry में ऐसा नहीं होता, ठीक है, वहाँ पे बड़े नाम जब तक नहीं होते, audience भी देखने नहीं आती. And second of all, it's a challenge for young filmmakers, writers, anyone who makes a film to do whatever they want. They never get to do that. ये बहुत कम होता है. Like the reason we got to make this film is because he believed in the writing, he believed in the story, and when he read the script, he was convinced enough to do that and put his own money into the film. This never happens, you know. So it's a big deal for filmmakers and financiers to go through with concepts which are unconventional. I hope I've answered your question. बड़ी एक लंबी debate है, ठीक है, but the short answer is return on investment and how the film is projected in terms of not just the Pakistani market but the global market as well in terms of distribution and marketing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
इसमें थोड़ा सा हल्की सी डिसएग्रीमेंट के साथ मैं, ये बेचारा बड़ा डिप्लोमेटिक हो रहा है, बट थोड़ा सा ऐड करता चलूँ बिकॉज I've been a writer and I've been sort of a छोटा सा फिल्म मेकर, इतने तो नहीं लेकिन, and I've seen that struggle working with people who can spend money, who have the money. They will never spend on it. They do not believe in good work. They do not believe in the kind of work that can really set, you know, things different. हमें काम आता ही नहीं है, सीधी बात है. हमें स्टोरीज़ बनानी नहीं आती, हमें स्टोरीज़ देखनी नहीं आती, हमारा सच अच्छी बड़ी कहानियों में यकीन ही नहीं है. तो आप हमारे कंजम्पशन पैटर्न से, हमारे स्क्रीन से, हमारे ओवरऑल काम से आपको अंदाज़ा हो जाएगा कि जो अच्छी कहानियाँ लिखने वाले लोग हैं पाकिस्तान में, वो इस वक्त बैंकों में बैठे हुए हैं, वो MNCs में छोटा मोटा काम कर रहे हैं, या गरीब है या खानेवाल में बैठा है बेचारा, तो वो उसको कोई लिफ्ट नहीं है. So I've seen people who would be able to spend money on it and who would be able to make a model that brings that return on investment, but they would never do it because they just don't believe in the kind of cinema. आपके पहले सवाल का दूसरे सवाल का जवाब देते हुए, my inspirations are varied. The things that appeal to me the most, for example, इस कहानी से मैं अगर देखूं कि मुझे खुद क्या याद आता है, तो that's OA, the OA, there's a series, for example. So things which are layered, characters which are rich, characters who are grey, stories that do not want to tell you कि ऐसा सही है और ऐसा गलत है, stories that are just rich in their existence, their being. So when we look at those stories, when we look at those people, we just fall in love with their vulnerability, with their, you know, with just who they are and who they can be. So all of these things, that organic person, that organic story, that true to the ground. कुछ दिन पहले मैं एक देहात की कहानी देख रहा था, तो मुझे वो एक लड़का ने लड़की को देखा, मोहब्बत भरी निगाह से देखा, दोस्त ने कहा वेरी नाइस, और मुझे रोना सा आ गया. मैंने कहा यार ये क्या बकवास है, why am I, it's such a simple emotion, but it's just because कि वो गांव की कहानी थी, तो I realized कि शहर और गांव के फ़र्क की वजह से बहुत सारी layers रिमूव हो गई हैं. उसको ये फ़िक्र नहीं रही मैं कैसा दिखता हूँ, उसको ये फ़िक्र नहीं है आज मेरे पास गाड़ी कैसी है, उसको ये फ़िक्र नहीं है मैं कैसा हूँ. देहात का नेचर ऐसी होती है, वी थिंक. सो वो जो एक छोटी छोटी चीज़ें आप नोट करते हैं, यू कैन गेट दैट फ्रॉम अ लॉट ऑफ गुड स्टोरीज. सो देयर डजंट हैव टू बी अ पर्टिकुलर जॉनरा दैट आई हैव टू बी इंस्पायर्ड विद, और अ पर्टिकुलर टेलर that I have to be inspired with. Sorry. वहाँ पे भी sorry.
I was wondering because he was kidnapped and there were guards outside, and then we hear multiple shots. Someone kills them or they kill each other. Apparently, they were eating as well. They had food and water. So, what I was thinking that he was kidnapped, and there was a chance that those guards could later kill him, but they killed each other or someone killed them. So, was it an opportunity for him? Because killing of the guards also added a layer of difficulty for his journey, right? So what was the idea behind that?
Do we want to tell कि उनके साथ क्या हुआ था?
This is a very interesting question, and to be honest, nobody has asked this question before. The thing is, there is a very well-intentioned misdirection throughout the film. कुछ जगहों पे फिल्म आपको कुछ बताना चाहती है और कुछ जगहों पे फिल्म डिलिबरेटली आपसे काफ़ी चीज़ें छुपा रही है, ठीक है? और वो इसलिए छुपा रही है ताकि आप लोग सोच सकें कि असल में उसके साथ हुआ क्या है, ठीक है? और इस सवाल का जवाब मैं इसलिए नहीं देना चाहूँगा बिकॉज आई थिंक यू ऑलमोस्ट देयर, but it's good to keep audience, you know, that's the beauty of filmmaking or art, that, you know, it makes you question things. And that is why, adding to what Fahim said earlier, that, you know, films that do not explain themselves, they are very hard to market. So, you know, they are very hard to sell, they're very hard to distribute. So it's a pleasure that, you know, we got to work on something like that.
अगर पेंटिंग इस तरह की बना लें वो ज़रा आसान होती है. उसमें आप पेंटर से पूछते हैं ना कि व्हाट इज़ द मीनिंग बिहाइंड, तो आपसे पहले ही पूछेगा व्हाट डू यू थिंक इज़ द मीनिंग. उस बेचारे को खुद नहीं पता व्हाट. Sorry, next question.
Yeah, I just wanted to congratulate you, and of course, for giving us, by the way, such an intense experience. And that scene, jo centipede wala scene hai, I'm still wondering how did you direct that? Aapne centipede ko kaise wo role diya, and just that, you know, idea of...
उसका ऑडिशन फहीम ने लिया था.
हाँ. So
वो दफ़ा तो मैंने उसे कान से निकाला है.
unforgettable. अच्छा. लेकिन yeah, my takeaway, my understanding of the you know, the movie is, you know, there's a part where you see him coming back, and he's not really a transformed man. Like that villainous part आपको एकदम नजर आता है. And somehow, you know, this counter argues with what you said about the scene where he's holding that, वो आपने लफ्ज़ इस्तेमाल किया, ठीक है, female dog उसने, लेकिन it's the compassion, it's the kindness of his wife, I think, which sort of calms him down. वो scenes बड़े, you know, they sort of change the whole tone of the movie. That's the beauty of it.
Instead of explaining what happened, I would just like to say one thing, as I previously mentioned, that in the journey of your life, sometimes you do an act, you do something that is beyond you. Sometimes you don't even know you're capable of doing something, of showing some compassion that that you would previously think you were not capable of. And it breaks you, it changes you, it sort of gives you a new direction. I'll give you a new thought from OA, for example. It's called forking. There is a belief, there's a philosophy that everything is possible, everything happens, whatever is possible happens. वो क्या होता है?
OA is the abbreviation for what?
Nothing.
Sorry,
It's a series. It's a
okay,
series.
right.
But there's a concept called forking. Forking is when you're faced with a dilemma, when you're faced with a choice. You can either take this route or you can take this direction. Whichever choice you make defines the new you. And you get to face these choices, these moments every day in your life. So you're all the time you're routing and rerouting your life to becoming somebody that you would not have thought you would become. That's one thing that I'd like to mention here. And another thing is, imagine if I make both the choices and I live two different lives in the grand scheme of the universe. So every choice that I've made, I've lived that life. Every choice that I've encountered, I have forked into all of those directions that were possible. So maybe I'm living these billion lives, and you've just seen one of those. Yeah.
Yes, excellent film. I'm a big film lover. Made it all the way here. I'm sorry I arrived late, and I'm going to leave early because I have a dinner with foreigners who are punctual. And sorry if I speak in my comments of ignorance because I only understood the parts that are in English in the movie and in what has been said here. One comment, which is just a detail. I was incredibly distracted by the plastic bottle because my mother has a pet peeve that I've been hearing in movies since I was a little child. Whenever somebody is lost in the desert, be it a soldier with a water bottle or Indiana Jones, she's always like, he's going to be an idiot. As soon as the water runs out, he's going to throw away the water bottle, and when he gets to a river, he will not be able to fill anything. And I'm like, he's going to throw away the water bottle. And he did. So that's only a detail, which for me was very funny because I apparently now inherited this pet peeve from my mother. But my comment is to the financing, which is so important for, and would be so important for movies in Pakistan. I've been living here for 2.5 years now. And it is that the model really, if you see a lot of countries in the world, all of Europe and also my country, I'm from Mexico, there is part of the Ministry of Culture that subsidizes and promotes artsy movies, or what is called art movies, or this kind of like not commercial productions. And I think this is something that the filmmaker community here should lobby with the government, even if it's only 2 or 3 films a year, if that fund is small. But you will have to compete for these funds, but something will get done for this kind of movies. If you see short movies, especially shorts from all over the world, at the end in the credits you will see in Italy that it's the cultural department of the TV station Rai Uno that has sponsored them. In Spain it's the state, for France and Germany there's Arte. They're mostly done by Arte, Polish Cultural Ministry, and so on. Everybody supports their filmmakers. And I for years now, I'm very sad to see that nobody supports filmmakers here. So maybe, speaking with somebody who has, what's his name, Jamal Shah, who was also Minister of Culture for a while, and who is a movie actor, well, in the past, I think, who can speak to the powers and to create that niche for you. Just lobby and make it happen, not only for you, but also for other filmmakers. That's what I would say.
Do you want to take this one?
No, I may have not very good things to say. So I'll skip it. In short, I'll just say that maybe it requires a lot of collaboration, a lot of collaborative effort on the part of the filmmakers and aspiring filmmakers, people who belong to this community fraternity, a collaboration that I really miss, like seeing happening. I just hope that we can come out of our own limitations and insecurities and are able to work for each other, work for a mutual goal. And I think once that happens, the state institutions are also going to be helpful. There are also going to be not-for-profit agencies who are going to come out and be able to help us. So yeah, that's in short.
Yeah. Thank you for your comment. I would just like to add something. First of all, very good observation on the bottle. It was a running joke on the set that we have to maintain the continuity of the bottle. And, but the idea was that because he's stuck in the middle of a desert, and he essentially finds that bottle, the water that those guards were drinking. But about the financing and the state institutions funding cinema in Pakistan, I would just like to add that, it's very good that it happens in European countries and in the rest of the world. Unfortunately, in Pakistan, for contemporary cinema that is other than mainstream, it's not happening as of now. So most of filmmakers who are carrying different voices, who have to tell different stories, they would rather submit their films to international festivals and get that recognition and get that networking and backing for their next film. And this year, again, we have a film from Pakistan in Cannes, and in the last 2-3 years, we have seen that a film like Joyland that went on to win in Cannes and other prestigious festivals. So this alternate cinema in Pakistan is gaining traction, but unfortunately it's gaining traction not at the home ground where the films are being made, where the talent and the crew is a local and Pakistani. And the reason for that is, like I mentioned earlier, that it's a big business. Cinema, in order to fund it, in order to market it, and in order to sell specific kind of films, there have been a certain discouragement. Because if I take this kind of a film to a distributor, they would never ever distribute it, So I think that shouldn't discourage filmmakers to make such films. They have a lot of outreach and platforms like YouTube and other resources online. So I think whatever you can make, you should make, and whatever you can do to improve the situation, you can. But I think that should not be the only goal. आप एज अ क्रिएटर आप काम करते रहें, बनाते रहें, कहानियाँ बनाते रहें, बेशक फ़ोन से बनाएं, जिस तरीके से बनाएं, अपने दोस्तों के साथ मिलके बनाएं, बस वो प्रोसेस नहीं रुकना चाहिए. So that process shouldn't stop. That is my comment on it.
Just to add, thank you so much, Veseto, for showing up in such big number. A big round of applause for your own selves. I didn't expect that, we're going to
I would really like to thank Black Hole. Sorry.
Yeah.
I would really like to thank Black Hole because it's amazing platform. I knew about it, but मैं पहले कभी visit नहीं किया था. And they were so cordial, so kind in order to facilitate the screening. The whole process was so smooth. And I was overjoyed and pleasantly surprised. I did not know that this is happening. And they facilitate art, culture, dialogue. They have a library, they have a lab. And it's such an amazing thing to have a platform like this in Islamabad. I mean, hats off to the team of Black Hole. Thank you so much for having us.
Soon to be in Khanewal, hopefully. So, thank you so much. ये वो हाँ goodbye thank you नहीं था ये.
Okay, so I am Mohammad Siddiqui and I am from the computer science field, AI and software. So that was the introduction. One comment I want to make on this. This is that it's not just in Khanewal. I think these buildings have been overgrown over here also. हम यहाँ से भी परेशान हैं. And then I think you were talking about the concept that in quantum mechanics it's called multiverse forking. That's technically the name. I have one comment. I have noticed that there is a concept of karma, I think, because as you were telling that the man has the God complex and he has everything and he is threatening, and then he comes into a very miserable position. This is the question and my personal opinion also that I am very much against like depicting explicitly or implicitly the morality. So I basically criticize that concept should not be there. Karma, it should be like free from morality. One thing, I have two questions. As Fahim you said, and I have like this is my main question, that art and business both are important. Okay, there cannot be art without money. So I think the problem that we don't create artistic or high quality art movies, if you like, there is a sense to blame investors, but I think that it is not the fault of investors, because the investors' purpose is not to promote art. Their purpose is to maximize their profit. I think the problem lies with the consumption, with the consumers. The problem, investors don't invest in such unique ideas and high art movies, is that because they don't sell. And if they sell more, like if we as a consumer or as a society consume more of these, if their consumers are more, then automatically investors will be investing in those. So what's your view on that? And yeah, that's the question.
Okay,
Oh, okay, one more. There is I really want to ask that you thought about that a man can change, but there is a concept in philosophy. I am very much into philosophy, so there is a philosophical question that is a self fixed or changeable. That's my question to you. It's a
आई थिंक
philosophical
आपके
question.
दोनों सवालों का एक तो पहला जो कि सवाल नहीं था और एक जो आखिरी है वो मैंने दिया था थोड़ी देर पहले. इट्स जस्ट अ मैटर ऑफ चॉइसेस. आई थिंक you're faced with choices, you're faced with challenges, you're faced with many directions that you can take in your life. It's not about morality, it's not about karma, it's not about any of those things. And also, like, a self changing, not changing is also something that's very organic. Everybody can have their own opinion about it, but we're sure that in every situation we're faced with dilemmas, we're faced with choices. You pick one, it takes you somewhere. You pick another, it takes you somewhere. You pick the other one, it takes you somewhere else. So that's life. That's how I see it naturally, evolving. जहाँ तक बात आपने पूछी इन्वेस्टर्स की कि कंजम्पशन का मसला है, ये वो मैं माजरत के साथ लफ्ज़ बहाने का इस्तेमाल करूँ, ये वो बहाना है जो कि मैं 20,000 दफ़ा सुन चुका हूँ. और मसला ये है कि अगर हमारे इन्वेस्टर पढ़े लिखे होते, अगर हमारे आर्टिस्ट पढ़े लिखे होते, जिसको मैं पढ़ा लिखा सब कह रहा हूँ, वो बेसिकली मार्केट नॉलेज है. ज़मानों से बिज़नेस पढ़ाया जाता रहा है डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज़ में. पिछले 60-70 सालों में इंडिया और पाकिस्तान का कंपैरिजन देख लें, वहाँ शुरू से बिज़नेस पढ़ाई और समझाई जा रही है, मेंटोर हो रही है. हमने कहीं अभी जाके को MBA BBA CBA करना शुरू किया है. उसमें भी वंस यू ग्रेजुएट यू स्पेंड गुड 15 20 30 years टू अंडरस्टैंड द डायनामिक्स ऑफ हाउ इंडस्ट्री वर्क्स. हर चीज़ की कंजम्पशन मौजूद है, हर तरह के काम का ROI मौजूद है. आपको उसको टैप करना आना चाहिए. यू शुड बी स्मार्ट इनफ ऑन हाउ टू मार्केट इट, हाउ मच टू मार्केट इट, एंड हाउ टू ड्रॉ ए मोर सस्टेनेबल रेवेन्यू स्ट्रीम फ्रॉम दैट. इसीलिए यूनिलीवर जो है वो 4 तरह के डिटर्जेंट बनाता है. एक डिटर्जेंट सबसे बेस्ट डिटर्जेंट नहीं बनाता. उसको पता है कि मुख्तलिफ कंजम्पशन पैटर्न है, मुख्तलिफ तरीके से उसको बेचना है. एक के लिए एक एक्टर हायर होती है, दूसरे के लिए दूसरी एक्टर हायर होती है. वो एक जो है वो मुख्तलिफ किस्म का लिबास पहना होता है, दूसरे सो इट्स अ मैटर ऑफ हाउ एजुकेटेड और हाउ वेल अवेयर यू आर विद योर मार्केट. Then you can make use of every form of art and you can put it out and you can generate revenue from it. So we're just not smart enough. It's just that. वरना मार्केट और कंजम्पशन, और आप बैठे हैं ना यहाँ पे, अभी मुझे थोड़ी देर में लग रहा था दरियाँ बिछानी शुरू हो जाएंगे क्योंकि लोग आई चले जा रहे थे. सो आप हैं ना देखने वाले. नहीं, अब जब खुलेगा ना मामला तो इसी नंबर से पूरा होगा. इसलिए कि अभी तक तो आप 4 लोगों को पता चला है तो आप इतने सारे लोग आ गए हैं. Once it was rightly marketed to the right people, right platforms, you would not have we could do this 1,500 times in this hall and people would still keep coming in and they would be willing to pay for it. So ये चलता रहता है, and there will be brands who would like to associate with this kind of content. उनके एक sponsorship पे सारी फिल्म का पैसा निकल आएगा. कोई इतनी बड़ी बात नहीं है. It's just being smart and being resourceful, so how you can achieve it.
Art cinema में you by definition you always go against established norms. ठीक है, मसलन यहाँ जो आपने scenes दिखाए between the husband and wife, that will never get social approval on a wide scale here. So that is an inherent issue with art cinema और उसकी marketing में भी. So how do you think that should be dealt with? I mean, art cinema has been very liberal in India. It has not faced those kinds of problems. लेकिन हमारे जो एक वो हैं constraints हैं जो कि हमारी self imposed हैं, उस सूरत में आप लोग क्या समझते हैं? मतलब आप जो कह रहे हैं कि इसको हम वाइडन कर दें और बहुत लोग देखेंगे, तो उसकी भी एक सेंसिटिविटी होगी वहाँ पे. अब आप देख लें ज़िंदगी तमाशा जैसी फ़िल्म के साथ क्या हुआ. तो ये जो हमारे सोशल मसाइल हैं हमारी सोसाइटी के, इसमें आप आर्ट सिनेमा का क्या फ्यूचर देखते हैं?
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your question. I think you have put up a very important question, which as a society at large, हमें इस सवाल का जवाब आना चाहिए. And as someone who makes स्टोरीज, स्टोरी टेलर्स, उनके साथ साथ आई थिंक ऑडियंस पे भी एक सेंसिटिविटी की हमें ऐसा ऐसा उनको आदत डालनी है कि अगर आप हस्बैंड और वाइफ दिखा रहे हैं जहाँ पे दिस मैन हु यू हैव सीन सफर्ड सो मच, if he is having a nervous breakdown, why can't he be comforted by a woman? You know, why is it seen up, you know, out of the box, or you know, for lack of a better word, कि आप उसको मायूब कहें? ठीक है, मैं ये नहीं कह रहा कि ये मायूब है, लेकिन अगर कोई इसको मायूब समझता है तो इसका मतलब है कि हमारी सेंसिटिविटी एज अ सोसाइटी बहुत डिस्टॉर्ट हो चुकी है. और इसमें अगर आप देखें तो दिस इज़ very sensitively done, where they're just hugging each other and comforting. The wife is trying to comfort the husband, who is obviously shaken by this very intense experience. But I think as a society we need to be more tolerant towards anything that is slightly different from what we see or what we perceive in the society. और अगर कभी इस तरह की चीज़ें अगर हम नहीं दिखाएंगे तो उस पर बातचीत ही नहीं होगी. अगर आप हर चीज़ को रिस्ट्रिक्ट कर देंगे 2+2 के 4 के उस फॉर्मूला में, जहाँ पे एक इंटीमेसी तो दिखा रहे हैं, लेकिन अगर आप वहाँ पे आइटम नंबर में एक खातून दिखा रहे हैं जिसके शी इज़ ड्रेस्ड इन अ वेरी वेस्टर्न आउटफिट, दैट इज़ समहाउ ओके, बट a man comforted by his own wife is somehow not okay. So I think that speaks at large as a society that what should be our collective morality. And I think we all should think about it, whether as creatives or not. I think it's a societal issue rather than a creative, but it's a good question. Would you like to add something?
I think मैंने अभी पाकिस्तान के ड्रामा में लड़के और लड़की को हग करते हुए देख लिया है. किसी ने देखा है? किसी को याद है कौन सा था? मीम से मोहब्बत में था, किस में था? आई डोंट नो. सो यहाँ तक तो पहुँच गए. बट आईड लाइक टू आंसर इट डिफरेंटली. आई थिंक वी विल ऑलवेज बी फेस्ड विद सच अ चैलेंज, बी इट विद या that's what I'm getting to. That we'll always be faced with not just this, like intimacy ke problems, other things that we can't show are going to be there. I think किसी भी society को उसको call out करना is what the art cinema can do, where we're not really out there to sell, just make sure कि वो sustainable रहे अपनी जगह, but उस मौके का फ़ायदा उठा के, उस स्क्रीन का, उस जगह का फ़ायदा उठा के we should be able to call out the society. ज़रूरी नहीं है, उसके बहुत सारे चीट्स हैं. अगर आप खुले हो के बदतमीज़ों की तरह कि मैंने तो दिखाना ही दिखाना है कि इसे करेगी ही करेगी, बैठना तो नहीं, तो फिर you're not really serving the purpose in that direction. You can find 100 ways to do the same thing. That's what creativity is all about. वो एक मैं कहानी सुन रहा था, creativity मुझे उस दिन समझ आई जब टेररिज्म की वजह से कनाडा में देसीज़ की टैक्सीज़ में लोगों ने बैठना छोड़ दिया था. तो what creative people did was they loaded the back seats of those taxis with so much activity that जब तक उनकी तवज्जो जाती थी देसी ड्राइवर की तरफ, तब तक आधी जर्नी गुजर चुकी होती थी. So we find ways to use our creativity to challenge the norms. We don't have to really go out there and present ourselves as a threat to people who always feel threatened.
And just one last thing, I think a lot of creatives जो आपने कहा कि उनको क्या करना चाहिए, वो इस बारे में सोच भी नहीं रहे होते कि मैं कुछ ऐसा दिखाने जा रहा हूँ जिसकी वजह से कोई आग लग जानी है या इतना बड़ा रिएक्शन आएगा. वो सिर्फ ये सोच रहे होते हैं कि इस कहानी को सच्चाई के साथ मैं किस तरह बता सकता हूँ. तो मुझे जो सच्चाई नज़र आई वो मैंने दिखाई. अगर किसी और की सच्चाई कुछ मुख्तलिफ होगी, उस सच्चाई से काफ़ी लोगों को इख्तलाफ हो सकता है, लेकिन लाइक फ़हीम सेड दैट एज एन आर्टिस्ट, एज अ क्रिएटिव, इट्स योर जॉब टू चैलेंज दोज नॉर्म्स एंड मे बी पुश द एनवलप अ लिटिल बिट. कि अगर हम आज चाइल्ड मैरिज पे या किसी और चीज़ पे जो सोसाइटी में गलत हो रहा है उस पर बात कर रहे हैं, तो मे बी इट्स ऑल्सो गुड टू टॉक अबाउट द सॉफ्टवेयर एलिमेंट्स ऑफ ह्यूमन रिलेशनशिप्स.
Quick question. First of all, both of you, thank you for sharing and creating this art and sharing it with us. जो कॉन्सेप्ट की आपने बात की मैं थोड़ा सा लेट आई थी, so with the discussion I put everything together कि हो क्या रहा था. This concept that you talked about, how if you have to become who you really are, you have to diminish yourself to nothingness first. Like you have to really go back to the dot, which is very deep, which makes me think you guys are really interesting people. So thank you for being who you are, because we need people like you. What I'm interested in knowing is, as creators, before your art alchemizes somebody else, it alchemizes you. So what was your biggest takeaway or alchemy from this specific project? Because I'm going to dig in, I'm going to go and watch it full, because NPIT mein. But what's one thing that really shifted in you during this process of making this film?
So for me, I think being able to see what you believe in be shaped into a story gives me a certain belief. अगर मैं आपके सवाल पे वापस जाता हूँ कि हाउ इट माइट हैव अफेक्टेड मी एज अ पर्सन, एज अ ह्यूमन बीइंग, आई वुड से नॉट कोई ड्रास्टिकली कोई ऐसा नहीं, बट येस बीइंग एबल टू शेयर योर वेरी डीप फिलॉसफी, योर थॉट कि अच्छा ये तो लोग कभी भी नहीं समझेंगे, ये तो लोग कभी भी नहीं देख पाएंगे, या मैं इन्हें कैसे बताऊं कि मेरे अंदर क्या चल रहा है और मेरा दिमाग क्या सोचता है. सो वो जो एक यूनिवर्स अंदर चल रही होती है, उस यूनिवर्स को आप ना लफ्ज़ों में, सीन्स में नहीं बता सकते. ये मेरा ख़याल था, बट मेरा वो ख़याल बदला. तो दैट I think it gives me a belief that maybe other parts of the universe जो कि मेरे अंदर चल रहे हैं would be able, we would be someday able to present it in front of people in form of a simple joke, in form of a simple story, in form of a dialogue or an expression. You know, वो छोटी सी, तो that belief is something I think that has come with me out of this project.
For me personally, I think as a person, I think it impacted me in a way that, you know, it's okay to break that mold of this man who is supposedly very macho and very, you know, can do anything in the world, you know, is capable of doing heinous things. But at the same time, he or she is a human being. There are certain vulnerabilities attached to human beings that you just cannot ignore, regardless of your life experiences. So, for me, it was important to showcase that vulnerability in a man, which could be despicable, but at the same time, he is a human being. So, that sensitivity, I think, we felt on set also. Like I said, Zahid broke down 3 times during the scene, especially when he gets out of the chair. That is वो 6.5 मिनट का एक सिंगल टेक है जिसको हमने काटा हुआ है, ठीक है. So that take was going on for 6.5 minutes. The cameraman is holding the camera. वो कोई 30-40 किलो का कैमरा है जो उसने अपने कंधे पे रखा हुआ है, and he's continuously shooting while he's trying to get out of the chair. So when he got out of the chair, he just completely broke down. He came and cried on my shoulder for good 3 minutes. And again in the shot when he's rescuing the dog, he again broke down. You know, so I guess my biggest takeaway personally, not just as a creator, would be that vulnerability on screen, especially in Pakistani content, it's something powerful if you do it right. You know, so that was my biggest takeaway.
I think so there was no help for Zahid as an actor वहाँ पे on set. Whatever he was doing, whatever you saw, he was made to do it. और वो जब story मैं लेकर आया था तो मैं Zahid को ये बोला था कि भाई जो भी इसे act करेगा ना वो इससे निकल के जब, you know, on the other end of it, you'll be a different person, at least in terms of what you've seen and how. So wahi cheez, he believed in it,
Yeah.
Ali believed in it, and we executed it in that manner. So वो जो आपने देखा वो वैसा ही है.
Yeah, and it's all real, by the way. He is actually tied to a chair. It's not fake knots. These are real knots. वो घिसट रहा है तो वो घिसट रहा है, उसका जिस्म भी ब्रूज हुआ, and you know, all the crying that you see is real. There is no glycerine involved.
पहले तो मुझे लगा
Yeah.
वो इसलिए रो रहा है कि इस काम के लिए नहीं आया था मैं यहाँ पे.
So all the emotional outcry in the film, it's all coming from a real place.
ये तो हम नहीं बता रहे किसी को. ये तो सीक्रेट रखा हुआ. But thank you so much, Ji. You've been a wonderful audience. Not just audience, like I think you're part of a team now. You're part of this. You know, you're our वो इसे कहते हैं माउथ पीस कहते हैं. आप हमारे एम्बेसडर्स हैं. आप इस तरह के सिनेमा के, इस तरह के काम के एम्बेसडर्स हैं. सो आई एम वेरी हैप्पी टू सी यू.
Thank you everyone. Thank you for coming. आप लोग कुछ बहुत दूर से आए हैं, काम छोड़ के आए हैं. So thank you so much for everyone who came. Thank you again to Black Hole for facilitating us, and thank you for bearing with us. Thank you.